Good morning, everyone. I am Frederic Salimi. I am the director of PMC or Pro. Today, I would like to show you the SCE lifecycle management by ADEPP Monitor that we installed for one of the installation in Algeria. We use ADEPP Monitor. ADEPP Monitor is developed by ADEPP Academy. Basically, it is designed and powered by the SharePoint at the monitor, uh, which gives the link for company, PMC specialists, vendor, third-party contractors, and to work together, share the documents, assign the task each other, and give comments on the documents of each other. So I will show you how it works. Let's start uh, by understanding what is safety critical element. Safety critical element is are those systems which their failure could result in major accident, or they have a role to reduce the or control they have a role in control or mitigation or escape in case of accident. So we normally categorize them by four means of prevention. First means of prevention is prevention, for example, hydrocarbon containment integrity. Second one, means of control, for example, flammable gas detection or ESD system. Third, means of mitigation, which are can be passive protection, blast resistant construction, or active fire protection. And finally, escape and evacuation, for example, alarm and PAGA or emergency lighting, etc. So for this project, we prepared the performance standards both for design and form and operation. And the performance standards, if you are not familiar with that, it had a different template, but the main things you have to define the functionality and give the references to these functionalities, for example, F1, F2, etc., the documents of the project, and means of assurance. And these means of assurance, for example, how you made sure that this functionality was implemented during EPC phase, construction, commissioning, startup, and operation. So let's start by showing you what we created for this installation. In fact, we created several pages here, and there are means of prevention and control, etc. For each one, there are we created the workspace, and in the workspace, for example, for this hydrocarbon containment integrity, we created the and this is the same for all the safety systems. For this project, there were 45 safety critical system and subsystem, and we assigned, we created a directory, for example, document control, about written scheme of examination, minimum inspection strategy, and regulatory authority documentation, international code and standards, vendor document, etc. And for each of, for example, for 2020, basically we prepared a Word file which writes the whole system for the life cycle management, in fact, plan for that. So let's, for example, for this one, this can be uploaded and downloaded because of the SharePoint. We work together with company representative, which we call them a sponsor for each of these system. So and we created a document which were in Word, and finally it became on PDF. So the you see here 2020 and even approved for the management, and 2021 there will be a draft. We show you what will be changes in this document that they have to put it at the end of the year. So it's about 50 pages, and the first things is document verification. For example, this is for hydrocarbon containment integrity. We clearly identified who are responsible. This is a responsible person with his back-to-back, accountable, and the authority who endorsed this document. This document, when will be updated for each year, that goes to this formal verification and signature of the responsible people for that. So the document went through the document control and distributed hard copy or to the different disciplines. References to the EPC documents are given for this hydrocarbon containment. Company standard is written, and written scheme of examination and vendor documentation, all is documented. International code standard relevant to this, abbreviation, and finally roles and responsibility. What is the roles and responsibility of inspection department, maintenance department, etc., and their roles for inspection and maintenance, and finally how it goes to computerized management assistance maintenance management plan, and modification of change, and if there is a test delay, what will be there, the things will be done, and different description. So for this hydrocarbon containment, we wrote the performance standards, and basically technical authority is mechanical department. We gave the scope, which are the systems or subsystem or equipment for this. The interaction with other performance standards, those performance standards that should work when this system work. Functionality, as I said, for each of functionality, reference to the document, and means of assurance. And this one was for the EPC and the commissioning, startup, and operation. So it is clearly written what are the means of assurance. About the availability, again, the same things, means of assurance. And for the survivability, the same things. So for operational verification, for example, process vessel, we perform the examination level based on the criticality assessment on different units, what should be done, and what are the verification has to be done. For example, the failure mode of this external visual examination of vessels, what are the failure modes, and the references of documents. The minimum inspection and maintenance requirement, we define it with the company, and these were based on their strategy and what we wrote. And finally, the modification verification. The modification verification is if, for example, any things that they do in the installation and that requires that the case to be updated for some part of the installation, about the procurement. For example, what are the requirements? For example, they cannot buy this equipment related to say hydrocarbon containment integrity from any vendor. It should be approved vendor. What are the requirements in the design? For example, if they have to do risk studies, etc. What will be in the fabrication? Should they have the fat or etc. And the case of commissioning, what is required, and finally close out what will be the requirement or update of the computers maintenance management system. So about the resources and competency, we define the resources and competency, how many people should be trained, and modification register, action plan. For example, for action plan, the minimum requirement, for example, for the inspection or maintenance, these are defined. And for modification plan, training and competency plan. The training competency plan, for example, we wrote that safety critical management life cycle. They have to be trained. There should be a actionee coordinator, due date and status if it is open, closed. Failure actions, and these are coming from the CMMS. Test plan registered. Now it is all the register for some when they do something, if they registered. And finally, if there were common company comments, they went through this document, and with our PMC or Pro, we discuss about different part of this this installation. So all of this, if you go through other documents, is this other safety critical system, they have the same system. The other thing is very important is calendar. Calendar is, for example, if today is we are December and 2020, and we are on 19th. For if I go here, we can the company, for example, if there is SCE training related to P4, location is site, and it starts from for example today at 2 p.m. and it finishes by 4 p.m. And here they can insert the file. For example, if I insert the hydrocarbon containment integrity, it will be installed here. It will be uploaded, and then if you see here, we created these different categories. For example, meeting, failures, inspection, maintenance, modification. This is a training events, and we put it here. You see here, it is here, and this can be also modified after the training course. For example, the name of attendees, if there is any quizzes, etc. All will be recorded for every year, and for the day-to-day management of the safety critical element related for each of them. The other things is task integrity. For example, we created the task integrity, excuse me, I will go for, I will explain about the tasks. This one is very important. For example, if you have, because all the safety critical element, there are the tasks are very important. For example, here, a visual inspection. Want to do this visual inspection, you want to do it from today up to the next 3 months. And then you want to assign it, for example, to Rashid Emala. And then here, and you write here, for example, you can insert again the same thing, upload documents. You can write the integrity here, and this task, when it will be created, it will be registered, and you can follow this register. For example, if you see here, for example, inspection of pressure, that was being for Mr. Naka and myself. It is late and it becomes red. And this is visual inspection that I put it here while Rashid Demala is here. When Rashid Demala finishes this task, or myself, when I finish this task, I can go and open it, this task, and I put it in 100% here. I already put it on 100%. That means it is finished. You see here, it's like this. Now, to check the integrity and management task of these safety critical elements, for example, here you see all of them are here. You can see here the late task. For example, we saw that this is the late task. Again, this late task, if the person is on back-to-back, you open it and you change the name of the people who were assigned, and you accelerate to finish this job. Late my task and oncoming task. Task is very important for the integrity management system. The other things is about the comments. For example, if I put a new discussion and I would like that, for example, P4 integrity, I would like, I have a document, or I want to write something. Again, I will put this the documents, that which is important, that normally when you write something, you have a lot of things to say. It's better to upload a document and the people can see it. For example, I am asking this, and then save it. So when you save this, it comes here, P4 integrity, and the people can go here, and then they can see what is, they can put a new document if they want. They want a new, they insert another document, the web link, etc., and they can write it and they will be recorded. Here there are certain web links that normally the web links, for example, here you can create a folder. And then for example, if there's a pressure vessel, and then you can insert a document, and then you can share it or work together with the other people. So this is the link. There are certain web links to the document control of the company, links to the guideline, and finally, all the sponsor and related concerned people for this P4, they can write their name, address, and job title, and they can be recorded to, and it will be ready for everyone. So we gave this document, the Academy, in fact, gave the extension of epc365.com to company and to the contractors and vendors if required, the regulatory authority, and they can all work together and they can give the task to each other related to each safety critical element. And finally, here they can see in their email, not their email address of the company, because their email company will be flooded with the different emails. So they can have it here. They can have, all the people have an OneDrive, and they can put certain documents there. If they are in the business center, in hotel, etc., they can open it and use it, and even create a directory and share it with others. There is a possibility of team meeting. For the team meeting, everybody has this possibility. The good things of the SharePoint is that you can create a new training, assign to the partial date and register it. And when you register it, everybody get a email, and they go, for example, to this one, and they join, and all the people are together.